Hey guys, hope you all are doing really well. In this particular video, I'm going to talk about the Certified Management Accounting qualification, and what concerns I'm going to address is that if suppose you are working professional, you are currently working in an organization in the accounting, finance, business field, and you're having a couple of years of experience, or you are on the verge of completing of your graduation and looking out for an MBA, or you're looking out for a further qualification to do so that you are job ready, or so that something which is concrete enough, some certification which is concrete enough, some professional qualification which is concrete enough, which will help you grow ahead in your career further. You're thinking about that, or you're looking about the certified management accountant, you have all these concerns in your head, then this video is going to be for you. So now, number one, the certified management accounting is a two-paper qualification, two examinations merely, in which you need to get 72% to pass. To be more specific, 72% to pass. If you see the examination, it is out of 500. Out of 500, you need to get 360 marks to pass. So let me be more specific. It is 72%, and let me be more towards the content of more towards the structure of the examination. So the structure of examination is going to be 100 MCQ questions, 100 MCQ questions and 2 essays. Let's talk about it a bit further. 100 MCQ questions, you need to get 50% and above to proceed towards your essays. This is just a mere statement that you need to get at least 50% and above so that you can move ahead towards your essays. If you don't get 50% and above, your examination will end then and there. Your examination will end then and there, and you don't go towards the main essay questions, your examination is done there. Now coming up towards the next thing, that if I get 50% and above and my essays pop up, does that mean that you pass the examination? No, that's not, because there is high chances that maybe you've got around 50-55% in your MCQs and your essays have popped out. There are high chances that it will be less, because your examination evaluation structure is like from your essay, so from your MCQ questions, 75% of the weight would be taken, and from your essay questions again 25-30% of the weight will be taken. In fact, this is completely unknown, it is highly confidential, these all are educational guesses which is done. So overall just take it inside that 72% to pass the examination you need to get. Now let's talk about the content of this particular qualification. Now when I'm going to talk about the content of this particular qualification, you should be actually interested in this particular content. If you are interested in this content, then CMA US is the go-to qualification to you. And if you are not interested in the content which I'm going to talk about, then CMA won't be a better qualification for you, or a better qualification for your growth. So just a disclaimer, if you want to make a career in auditing, taxation, CMA is not for you. CMA, because it does not have any content with auditing and taxation. Okay, so now CMA part 1 starts up with financial reporting, external financial reporting. So you are going to talk about US GAAP, General Accepted Accounting Principles. You are also going to talk about the UK IFRS, which is International Financial Reporting Standards. You are going to have a comparison between the two. There are few differences between the two. Most of the times it is the same only. So you are going to talk about that. You are going to learn about the structures, standards which are followed. Then you move on towards the next section, which is planning, budgeting, forecasting. So planning, budgeting, forecasting, every business needs it. It is not specific to any country. So planning, budgeting, forecasting will be there. If you go any place in the world, every business will go towards, they'll plan, they'll budget, they'll forecast. So this is something which you're learning. You're going to learn some regressions, probabilities, like how is it going to happen, kind of forecasting. You're going to budget, master budgets are going to be created, and also you'll be doing some planning, in the sense some strategic planning, some strategic placements, porters, FIFOs, these all stuff will be there in here. I'm just talking about in a brief manner. Why I'm talking about these particular content is because, are you interested in it? You should know this. If you are interested in it, then go towards the qualification. If you are not, then find another qualification which can give you that career growth which you are looking out for. Then the next section is cost management, like how to cost a product, how do you have different types of cost in there, what are the different methodologies of costing used, what are the different methodologies in which you're going to cost that particular product, well, what are the modern techniques, what are the traditional methods. You're going to talk about that and learn about these. Then you're going to talk about the variance analysis, standard costing, then variance analysis, like you have a standard cost made, then you look into that, what are the changes in it, what are the variances happening in it. Up till now we are done with 4 sections. Number 1, external financial reporting decision. Number 2 is planning, budgeting, forecasting. Number 3, cost management. Number 4, variance analysis. And number 5 will be your internal control. It's completely theoretical. Internal control will be talking about how do you actually make, or how do you create an environment in business, how do you create that strong yardsticks in business so that you have strong internal control to take an organization further ahead. You're going to talk about that. You're going to learn about that. And then the last section, which is actually a new addition which was added in 2020 and one of my favorite, is actually analytics in business. So basically information technology, data analytics, how it's a bit basic only, but still let me just tell you that this is something which I am exploring a lot nowadays. Business analytics, data analytics, two different things. Business analytics, the front end of how you're going to use analytics in making decisions. Data analytics, the back end, how are you going to restructure data, how are you going to visualize that data, how are you going to create some visualizations. Business analytics is more of how do you take things forward. Okay, how do you take things forward, how do you take business decisions on that. That's CMA part 1 for you. Then comes CMA part 2. Now CMA part 2, starting up with that, you have financial statement analysis. Now in this financial statement analysis, you're going to go through that how are the business how is the ratios of the business going on, how the business ratios of the balance sheet, profit and loss account and comprehensive financial statements, how are they going on with that, what is the comparison, what is the trend analysis going on in there. That's what you're going to learn in financial statement analysis. Then the next is corporate finance, one of the biggest section of part 2, one of the most talked about section of part 2. Like many students will come up, sir, this is market analysis, corporate finance, how do you do this hedging for forward rate and stuff. Believe me, if you are already into market, if you're already doing some trading and stuff, it would be a cakewalk to you. But if you have not done it till now, then you would be trying to learn that lingo. You're going to try to learn how they are going to talk about it. Like there are some terminologies which are used in the stock market. You're going to learn that. So it's going to be a really interesting topic for you for that. Most of the time students get confused in a currency is a question will come like a one-line question. Like suppose the value of a dollar when converted to rupee was 75, now it is 76. What has happened? Has it appreciated, depreciated? What is the percentage of appreciation, depreciation? So what exactly is it? In what senses are they asking this question? Sometimes it becomes a challenge towards the students. For me as a student, that was a challenge, but later on with practice, I was able to come over it with it. All right. So now then you go towards the next section. Next section you go towards decision analysis. Decision analysis, you do a lot of CVP analysis. In that you do a lot of CVP analysis, make or buy decisions. Suppose you are running a business, shall you order, do you need to actually make that particular product in-house, or you just order it from outside? It depends, right? You want to cook food at home, what's the cost? You want to order food outside, what's the cost, what's the taste? Make a decision. That's a basic thing. But in business, suppose you have to make cameras, either you make it yourself or you order it from outside. It depends on the costing, it depends on the profits. You need to do that's more of make or buy decisions. Dropping a segment, stopping a line of business which is making losses to you. You should understand that with the use. See, all these topics which I'm talking about, it's highly interrelated to each other if you just see in there. Now once you're done with decision analysis, you go towards risk management. Risk management, you go towards what are the areas, what are the yardsticks, what is the capacity of risk, which is your appetite which you can take, what you cannot take. So that depending on business to business, a lot of risk assessment techniques are there in that. Those proper 5 steps, if you're watching this on my channel, you can even go watch the risk management video which I have already made and uploaded on the channel. If you don't have it, then maybe it is unlisted, you need to reach out to us, you can get that. Then comes investment decisions. Investment decisions is like, if you have funds in hand, where should I invest? Will I get that return back which I expect? How much time you're going to get that return back? Your NPV, net present value, internal rate of return, IRR, and also your payback period, payback period. A lot of stuff is there in that which you're going to learn. And then coming up towards your last section, which is ethics in business. So if you just see what sections we've talked about: financial statement analysis, we've talked about corporate finance, we've talked about decision analysis, then risk management, investment decisions, and then ethics in business. So how are you going to use what's the major role of you in business? How would you do how would you actually act in business so that ethics is promoted, everybody is doing their work on time and stuff? So that's how you're going to do your CMA part 2. I hope that I have made it a lot of I have given up my best view about this particular qualification and the content which you're going to learn about. Now why I can say a lot about this content is because I teach them personally. All these topics I teach them personally, and you can come enroll into my classes for that. Suppose let me just add on in here. If you want to take classes for a particular section, a particular section you want to take classes for, that's also there available, and all these classes are available online. Wherever you are, you can enroll for it. You can just download our application, the link will be there below. Get enrolled, get started with that particular section which you want to, or suppose you want to get the complete qualification, or you want a particular part only, that's also there available. And even we have mock examinations. I keep doing regular MCQ sessions which are there unlisted. You can get get that access. You can get the access of the essay questions. How do you solve it? Each time I solve a essay question or a MCQ question, I also give tips and advices that how you should do that. And also the biggest problem which I see with students is that you've left studies a long time ago. Now when you have left studies a long time ago, the best solution would be is to concentrate on one particular thing, one particular topic, one particular subsection. Concentrate on that, finish it, then move towards the next. And believe me, if you are in your mid of your career and you're looking out for a qualification at that particular point of time, that itself shows the seriousness. That itself shows that you are in a position which you don't want to be and you want to improve yourself. And if you want to do that, then that's the seriousness, that's the motivation which should drive you towards achieving that particular qualification and moving ahead. So this particular qualification, the CMA, is going to be more of business consulting, management consulting, cost accounting, and going towards some business analytics also. For the business analytics, like in the part 1, we have 15% short version itself, right? But if you come to my classes, I'll make sure that I train you a lot on some tools like data visualizing tools, so that tomorrow when you go to a job interview, you can say that I know these I know these data visualization tools, I can work on it, and I can add on a lot of value to an organization. You can learn that, because if you just see these data visualization tools and stuff, there is no proper certificational course examination for it. Like for the CMA, you have this high value content examination, but for the data analysis and stuff, you don't have that high quality examination. It's just mere practice. All right, so now let me just add on one more point for you guys, so that you can be that will be highly helpful for you guys, is that learn an ERP. You should learn an ERP. Maybe it is anything related towards a business which you are already doing it, or suppose you find out that that's highly valued in an organization which you want to go and work. Like you can just say Salesforce is one of the going up type of an ERP, SAP, Oracle, or Dynamics 365. Learning this ERP is going to be a highly advantageous move for you. Okay, now I'm not saying that you need to learn all. See, after all these ERPs is kind of same, but learn that, have that in your hand, be a consultant for it. That is also a better career. And overall make sure that you improve your communication, interpersonal skills. It's going to be highly valued. You don't have a certificate of communication, it's just how you communicate, how do you interact with people. That can take you to places. Okay, that's going to be your entry ticket towards an interview, and you crack it and then showcase that these are the skill set, the stuff which I have, and show the interviewer so that you can get a better job ahead. That's the particular reason, right? You're going to do the CMA. So hopefully when you get started, you achieve your goal which you are getting started with. I hope that I put the I hope that I have completed all the topics. I'm just thinking the cost of doing the CMA somewhere around 1 lakh rupees, somewhere around that, or 1.2 lakh rupees. You'll be done with that. Maximum would be the cost. But if you are looking out for the least prices, the least coaching classes kind of stuff, then I have it online portal. Go with section by section or go with part by part. We have the recorded sessions, we also have the live sessions going on. So either one which is helpful for you, you can go ahead and enroll for that. And I look forward to see you in those sessions, because I keep communicating with students on a regular basis. And if you want my guidance for that, then that's available for you. All right, I hope that this video is highly helpful for you. I hope that if you watched it till here, then make sure that you like this video, share this video with your CMA aspiring friends, and let's get connected, let's get talking about it. Thank you very much for watching.